Welcome into Picks and Parlays Power Hour. I'm your host, Hannah Mears. You can follow me on Twitter by going to that name below at @HannMears with an underscore. And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow along for notifications for whenever we are live. We are live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern on Picks and Parlays Power Hour. I also want to tell you about NoHouseAdvantage.com. Go ahead and listen to this. No House Advantage is changing the game by offering the most dynamic fantasy sports platform available today. All you have to do is sign up now with the promo code PNP at nohouseadvantage.com or go on the App Store, get a first deposit match up to $50. That's nohouseadvantage.com. Now it's time to talk some football, what we all came here for. We've got NFL slate. And we've got Craig Trapp to do just that. We've got 5 NFL games in 5-ish minutes. Craig, are you ready for this?
I am. Christmas week. We're ready to go.
Ready to go. Merry Christmas, everyone. We have a bowl pass for you. You can pick any 2 handicappers for only $2.99. Picksandparlays.net/bowl pass. That's any 2 handicappers giving you their free picks for the bowl pass. So only $2.99. That is our holiday deal for all of you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and it's time to get into some NFL rapid fire, starting with the Commanders at the 49ers. Brock Purdy and the Niners favored at -7, the total at 38. This is a Christmas Eve game, but during the afternoon, what do you think is going to happen here?
Well, when you look at these two teams, they're actually, pretty similarly built. I mean, they both have, I won't say game managers at quarterback, but let's be honest, they're game managers. I like the under. I think both teams want to run the ball, play to their defense, which is the strength of both of these teams, and limit the number of possessions. So even though it's a low total, I still like the under. I'm thinking, 17-9, 17-10 type game.
Yeah, especially that Niners defense, man. They are hard to get by at this point. Let's check out the next game on our slate on Saturday, Christmas Eve. Oh, this one holds some special weight today with the passing of Franco Harris. What a wonderful guy, and devastated that he will not be able to actually be at the game now, but really eerie how this all happened. Everyone's still going to be able to remember him though, and the immaculate reception on this evening with the Raiders traveling into Acrisure Stadium. The Steelers favored at -2.5, the total at 39. How do you think this one plays out for the Berg?
Crazy, but I actually think Pittsburgh might win but not cover. And we've seen weird things happen with both of these teams, including the, I don't even know what you want to call it last week that the Raiders won on. I mean, that was just a crazy way to end. I'm going to take the Raiders plus the 2.5. I would buy it up to 2.5 or up to 3, and even maybe sprinkle a little bit on the money line just because this Pittsburgh team, they do get Pickett back this week, but their quarterback play has been what's really held them back, to be very honest. They should have won 2 weeks ago, and Pickett went down, and Trubisky threw all those interceptions. So give me the Raiders. I think they have a little better quarterback play. So give me the Raiders on the money line or the 2.5. If you can buy the 3, I'd buy the 3 too.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about this game. They're going to have to shut down Devontae Adams and the run game. They were able to shut down the run game last week, but doing both could be a little tricky at the moment. So interested to see what's going to happen here, but overall going to be a fantastic day of remembering Franco Harris as well. Let's check out the next game on our slate. We've got the Eagles at the Cowboys. The Cowboys favored at -4.5. If you might have said that a few months ago, I think some people would have disagreed, but obviously missing Jalen Hurts will hurt the Eagles. The total set at 47. So what are you liking now with potentially Jalen Hurts not being there?
Don't overthink this one. I think both these defenses, I think, dominate the day, especially if Jalen Hurts is out. I'm taking the under 47 here. Division matchup. I think this is played in the low 20s, high teens. And even with Jalen Hurts out, I still think the Eagles have a chance. The Cowboys have not been good and not been taking care of the ball. This is an Eagles team that's opportunistic. So give me the under 47 in this one.
I like the under here too. And I think the word definitely for the Cowboys this season is inconsistent at the moment. They're just a little all over the place. So they're a little hard to put your finger on for sure. Let's take a look at the next game. We have the Lions, Lenny's Lions, favored at -2.5 in Carolina. Always a marquee matchup of the year when the Lions are playing, but they are rolling and proving themselves. Total set at 44. The Panthers, sure, they're showing glimpse of hope, but obviously not the team to be backing this year. Will the Lions put up big points again?
Well, both these teams still have a chance to make the playoffs.
They'll have a chance somehow.
The NFC South is terrible. Detroit is in the NFC, where the NFC is really no one's running away with it. I like Detroit here -2.5. I might play this one on the money line a little bit just because
Yeah.
it seems like, these outdoor games for Detroit, they don't score nearly as many points as they do when they're, on that field turf at home where they can just really score tons and tons of points. So give me Detroit -2.5, but I would probably maybe sprinkle the money line instead.
Yeah, I might be looking toward the money line in this one the more I look into it. And we have one more game on our 5 games in 5 minutes. Packers in Miami, the Dolphins favorite at -4, total set at 49.5. What can Aaron Rodgers and the Packers do when they enter Miami?
Miami finally got away from cold and the road. That's been the key. They had a very tough road, having to play 2 games out west. Then they go play in Buffalo in cold and wintry conditions. Obviously, that's not where Tua, even though Tua says, hey, it snows in Alabama, they actually played good. I like Miami here -4. I don't be fooled by Green Bay beating up on average and below average teams.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are I think the AFC is clearly the better league this year, and I think it shows it. At home, I think the Dolphins cover and win by way more than 4. I think it's more like 7 to 10 points.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that one. Tua and the Dolphins looked like they were back playing playoff football in Buffalo against a game that everyone thought they were going to struggle in because of the cold. I hate to tell Tua this, though. It doesn't snow anywhere quite like it does in Buffalo. I wouldn't even say it snows in Pittsburgh like it does in Buffalo. That's insane, the amount of snow they get. Appreciate your picks as always, Craig. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications because we are live Picks and Parlays Power Hour Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Craig, we have another game here. Oh, this one. Is this the marquee matchup? My Lord. I'm worried about this. The Broncos favorite at -2.5 in LA. Obviously, LA has not been the team that they expected to be this year. The total at 36.5. If I'm looking at anything, my goodness, I'm just scared. I don't even want to watch that game. But don't forget, happy holidays to everybody. Pick any 2 handicappers for only $2.99. Get that bull pass by going to picksandparlays.net/bull pass. Great discount for this holiday season. What are you thinking, though, about the Broncos in LA?
I'm thinking Baker Mayfield. He obviously took an unbelievable win that on a 2 days after getting released somewhere else comes in and wins on short notice. And then last week, they just didn't have enough. I didn't think it was him, though. To be very honest, their offensive line wasn't great. Now, that probably spells a little trouble this week because, Denver, if they can do anything, it's their defense is pretty good. They just kept them in games, and this is going to come down to quarterback play. As almost everybody comes back down to quarterback play. I think both coaches are saying, hey, I'm going to take the ball out of my quarterback's hands on 3rd and longs, and we're running the ball. We're going to play to our defense. I haven't heard if Aaron Donald's going to play. Obviously,
I was going to say that's exactly why the Rams were struggling a little bit too.
Yeah. That could be a big difference. But they have been able. Cam Akers has looked good running the ball.
Yeah.
So give me the under here. I think both teams possess the ball, run the ball, play to their defense, which is definitely their strengths. And if it comes down to Baker Mayfield and Russell Wilson, which I'm guessing he's back under center this week, I probably go Baker. I mean, at least he's shown some signs. Russell Wilson has been just not good. I mean, at
least Baker provides a spark that this team needed in terms of the energy that might feel good in LA. This game's screaming the under for sure, almost in a big way, especially I think it'll be a little run heavy, like you said, on both sides. Love your picks as always, Craig. Thank you for stopping by. Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We are live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, and happy holidays to you. All right, we are live Picks and Parlays Power Hour now. It's time to bring in Dan the Man to give us some picks. We've got some college football in the Quick Lane Bowl, but let's remind everybody, if you want that bowl pass, we have it now for $2.99. You can pick any 2 handicappers. Go to picksandparlays.net/bowl pass. Dan, welcome into Picks and Parlays Power Hour. You have the Quick Lane Bowl, which will be a first ever head-to-head meeting between New Mexico State and Bowling Green. Bowling Green is favored at -3.5. The total at 48. But this Monday bowl game, what do you think is going to happen?
To be honest, I feel sorry for both these teams. That they played well down the stretch to get into a bowl game, and it's just not for the fact they're going to Detroit. I mean, before Detroit Lenny jumps in on me, I mean, this part of the Detroit is nice. They can go see Greektown or whatever, but they're coming in the middle of a blizzard, so that's just not looking good for the state of Michigan in the next few days. We're expecting a couple feet of snow. So, people from New Mexico, good luck. But yeah, I mean, New Mexico comes in. They won 5 of their last 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Bowling Green won 4 of their last 6. But this New Mexico State offense, they've just been inconsistent all season. There's nothing on this offense you can hang your hat on. I mean, they're not outstanding passing. They can run the ball, but they don't have that one running back that that will break the long run or that can overpower you. It's just a blah offense. And they're taking on this Bowling Green team that their quarterback's done all right this season. He's thrown for over 2,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. But the thing about both these teams, their defenses are terrible. Bowling Green gives up 33 points a game. New Mexico gives up 24 points a game. So you should see a lot of points in this one. And as I said, New Mexico right now they're probably playing their best football they played all season, but they haven't been doing it against competition. Pretty subpar teams have been playing, and that's even comparing those teams to Bowling Green. So, if you must play a game on Monday, and if you're gonna play this game, I'd lean Bowling Green. I'd probably buy it down to 3, by the half a point, and then. But yeah, I mean, it's not like the top of my list of games to be playing.
I don't blame you, especially we were talking about the weather that could be happening. Yeah, it might be bad looking for New Mexico State. They might just be happy to be there at that point, but not good with the weather. So you're taking Bowling Green at -3.5, buy it down to 3 if you can. That is Dan's pick for the Quick Lane Bowl. Appreciate you. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, picks, and parlays. Power Hour live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Now, Dan, we have to talk about a matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and New England Patriots. But first, I want to remind everybody about a bold pass we have going on. If you pick any 2 candy cappers for only $2.99 by going to picksandparlays.net/bold pass, you're going to be getting some great picks available there by utilizing that bold pass. Now, the Bengals favored at the Patriots. The Patriots, man, did they lose in devastating fashion the other night. That was insane. They're recovering from the shambles that game ended up being. The total set at 41.5. I'd be rocking with the Bengals, but what are you thinking here, Dan?
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a name of what you call that. You've got the pick six, the kick six, but I don't know, maybe the prick six. I guess if you're betting on the Patriots and you saw that ball being thrown back, I don't know. But yeah,
the lousy lateral, like what?
Yeah, well, that's a little bit nicer than mine, I guess. But yeah, the Cincinnati team. I mean, at the beginning of the season, it looked like they had this Super Bowl hangover.
Mm-hmm.
They're about a 500 team. They weren't playing well. Lamar Chase was out for a couple of games, but they've really turned it on recently. Now they're sitting at 10-4, 6-1 in their last 7. Their offense really seems to be clicking right now. And even last week, they're down 17-3 at the half to Tampa Bay, and that Tampa Bay defense was looking like a Tampa Bay defense of old. And then they came out and outscored them 31-6 in the second half and pretty much won that game easily. So yeah, it's Cincinnati as a team right now. It's you got to be feeling pretty lucky if you want to step in front of that train right now. And this New England team, I mean, they've just been inconsistent all season. Mm-hmm. 3-4 to start the season, 4-3 over the last 7. They beat the Jets twice, but then they've lost to the Colts, they've lost to the Cardinals. They rely on the running game when that's working, but I don't have a lot of faith in them having to score a lot of points in a hurry with Mac Jones at quarterback. Even though I do like Mac Jones,
mm-hmm.
I just don't like their offensive coordinator. So I can't really get behind that offense to score a lot of points. And I just don't think that team can outscore the Bengals in this one. So nope. I'm gonna take the Bengals and lay the 3 points.
Yeah, that's sort of where I would be leaning as well. The Bengals, they're coming into peak season form here, and they're looking great heading into what could be another successful year for them. So you like the Bengals at -3. Appreciate your time, and everyone remember to like, subscribe, follow along, and ring the bell for notifications. Picks and Parlays Power Hour live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Happy holidays, Dan.
Thank you.
We are live on Picks and Parlays Power Hour. I have one more guest. Bring him in. We have Nick Earl, and we have bowl games we need to get to. Speaking of bowl games, they can get that bowl pass right now by going to picksandparlays.net/bowl pass. You can pick any two handicappers for only $2.99. Happy holidays to you all. With that, starting in the Hawaii Bowl, aloha, we have Middle Tennessee State and San Diego State. San Diego State favorite at -7, the total at 49 here. What are you liking in this one?
Yeah, it's really interesting. You get a bowl game in Hawaii, and there's no opt-outs, and there's no transfer portal or anything like that. There's nothing.
How that works.
Crazy. They get a really nice bowl, a really nice location, and nobody opts out. But
everybody wants to go to Hawaii.
Of course, which makes it really easy because I can handicap this game as a normal football game, not who's in, who's out. And I had this game around San Diego State -8.5, 9-ish. So I do see some value here with the Aztecs in this game laying the 7 points. Middle Tennessee is not a team I particularly trust. Both these teams are 7-5. Middle Tennessee, though, they came out of the Conference USA 7-5. Conference USA, if I had to rank the group of 5 conferences, is probably the bottom of the list for me. That's why, we're seeing teams like UTSA and Rice move up to the AAC next year and things along those lines, because this is just feels like the lowest of the group of 5 conferences. Mountain West generally has decent success in bowl games. They had the best record last year in bowl games. And I look for San Diego State to be able to take care of business in this one here. Middle Tennessee in their last game struggled in a game against FIU, which was one of the worst programs in Division I. This is a team that had close calls against Charlotte. And, this is not a team I particularly trust. And this was a team I had circled heading into the bowl season that I was going to look to potentially fade. So I'm going to go with the Aztecs here, laying the touchdown against Middle Tennessee.
All right, we're going Aztecs -7, that Hawaii Bowl. Aloha. I'd be going there too. Absolutely. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow along, ring those bells for notifications. We are live, Picks and Parlays Power Hour, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, Nick, got to talk some NFL. The Seahawks in Kansas City. Chiefs favorite at -10, the total at 49. This game, to me, with Seattle allowing the 4th most points in total yards in the league, screams Chiefs, but more than that, screams a lot of points from Patrick Mahomes. But what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not somebody who plays a lot of overs in the NFL usually, but this is one that definitely caught my attention for an over. Definitely do not want to lay the points with the Chiefs, because we've seen from the Chiefs' track history that this is a team that wins games but does not cover spreads. They're 11-3 this year, but they're 3-10-1 against the spread. They have not covered. They're 1-8-1 in their last 10 games ATS, even though they've won 8 of those games. So this is a team that I can trust to win, but not to cover. And it feels like it's maybe a little bit too many points. Probably lean towards the Seahawks, though. But looking at the total here, the Seahawks are giving up 25.4 points per game, which is 29th in the NFL, and they're putting up 25.4 points per game, which is in the top 10. And they're facing the number 1 offense in football, the Chiefs, 29.6 points per game. They are giving up 23 points per game, which is about middle of the pack here for the Chiefs. So I do see this game as a spot where the Chiefs are going to put up 35 by themselves, probably most likely, or 30 to 35 points by themselves. You're going to ask for a couple touchdowns from Seattle, which I think we can get. I think the Chiefs win this game. Probably Seattle covers, and this game goes over the total.
Yeah, I like the over in this one. Like I said, this screams a lot of points, especially the Chiefs in Arrowhead. And the Seahawks have been point-scoring machines as well. But it's also bowl season, so don't forget, everyone, go to picksandparlays.net/bowl pass. Get any two handicappers for only $2.99. Now, our next thing we got to do after everybody likes, subscribes, rings that bell for notifications, because we are live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern on Picks and Parlays Power Hour. But now we have your favorite time of the week, Thursday night football props, Jacksonville Jaguars at the New York Jets. We have your 3 best prop bets, but we also have a bowl pass to give away. Don't forget, everybody, for just $2.99, go to picksandparlays.net/bowl pass. Pick any 2 handicappers. Only $2.99. Happy holidays to you for that. Happy holidays to us. Thursday night football. Zach Wilson returns for the Jets and Jaguars, but Trevor Lawrence has looked pretty good. He's getting this team to a respectable level. So we need your 3 best prop bets. Are you ready?
Yeah. And it's going to be similar to what I did last week for Thursday Night Football because I like a side in the total in this game. I like the Jets and I like the under. I love this Jets defense. This is the reason why this team is anywhere remotely close to a playoff spot right now. I believe they're just on the outside looking in. They give up 18.8 points per game, which is 5th in the NFL. And they only score 20.1 points per game, which is 23rd in the NFL. Jacksonville on the other side comes into this game. Their offenses look good. And they're coming in off of 2 big wins. They're coming in off of a double-digit divisional win against the Tennessee Titans, and they're coming in off of a walk-off, exciting overtime game against the Dallas Cowboys, which they trailed 27-10 at one point in the game. Totally not mad about my Cowboys ticket on that game. But beyond the point there, yeah, and I mean, the Jaguars are coming in off of 2 big wins. The Jets are coming in off of a couple of losses. I mean, there's no way the Jaguars lose this game to the Jets, right? No, we're taking the Jets in the under, and I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to struggle against this New York Jets defense here in this one. So under 1.5 passing touchdowns, under 260.5 passing yards, and over an interception. I think the Jets win this game something along the lines of 17-10.
Yeah, I think something with the passing yards is interesting because of that Jets secondary that's really kept them in, like you said, a respectable spot right now in this season. But I'm excited for this one. I am. 2 young quarterbacks. This should be really fun. These programs needing to gain respect this year. We'll see what happens. Thank you, as always, for your picks. I know Thursday Night Football props are your favorite of the week. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, maybe ring the jingle bells, we should say. Picks and Parlays Power Hour live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Nick Earl, thank you and happy holidays.